Okay, because I did it kind of quickly during class, I wanted to post this on scanning into GIMP and how to get your drawings into your computer and how you can send them off to me. We're going to start by opening up GIMP. And it's opening up. GIMP's open. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go File, Create, Scanner, Camera, capture an image from a Twain data source. I click on that. It found my scanner, which is the top one, the TW Brother 6490, will probably be different on yours. I hit select. This menu comes up. I want to make sure my resolution is set to 200 by 200 dpi. Your menu may be different, but it should have some of these settings. I hit pre-scan. Yours might say preview or something similar. That looks good. Start. Right now the machine is actually scanning it in, not just giving me a preview. Once that is done, we wind up with our image in GIMP. The first thing you want to do once you have an image in GIMP is save it. And we are going to save it to a GIMP file. We're going to go File, Save. And this menu will come up. A couple things you want to notice. One, it presently says untitled. We're going to give it a different name. It says .xcl. That is the GIMP format for the file. You want to save these, but you're not going to be sending them to me. So to do this, first thing we're going to do is we're going to date it, full year, month, then day, last name, first name, and then what it is we're working on. Okay, now that we've got a name, where are we going to send it to? I believe the default is going to be in Documents. I like to put it on my desktop. So I'm going to click on over here, Desktop. Now you'll see it says it's going to my desktop. And we are going to go Save. If you look up top, it no longer says untitled. It says the name of the file that I just gave it. One of the issues we have when we scan in is often it's not going in the right direction. And in this case, it's going up and down. I want it going side to side. To fix this in GIMP, it's very easy. Image, transform, rotate, in this case, 90 degrees clockwise. And now the picture is going the way I want it to go. When in doubt, I just hit save. File, save. Hit save a lot. You'll thank me for it later. Now, if you'll notice, the image is pretty much in there straight, but it's a little crooked. That might be just the way I drew it, but take a look at these lines on the side. They look like they're twisted a little. I would like to rotate this a little more than just the 90 degrees, and that's fine. We do it the same way. Image, transform, arbitrary rotation. And now I can either left click in the corner and drag it where I want it, or I can enter an angle up here, just clicking those buttons. You'll see it start to move. That looks pretty good right there. And then I hit rotate. And it doesn't look too bad. I'm then going to label the drawing. In order to label, we're going to go over here. We're either going to hit the A, which is the text tool, or you can go to Tools up top and find the text tool. All of them are going to do the same thing. I click the text tool, and this little menu comes up. It's got a font. I happen to pick Verdana. I don't like many of GIMP's fonts, so that one's not bad. We'll use it for now. We bring our mouse and cursor over onto the drawing. You can see it wiggling. You can see some crosshairs and a little eye by it. Left click, make a box. Release your mouse. Then simply click in the box and start typing. Pretest. And my name. Once I have the text like I like it, I can click out of it, but there's a couple things I can do with it. If I left click and drag my mouse over it, see how it puts little yellow boxes around that text? I can then start to justify it over here where it says justify. I can move it to the right. I can move it to the left. I can center it. In this case, I'm going to put it on the right. And I actually don't mind the size of the text on this, but I'm going to make it a little bigger just to show you how to do that. If you look in this box, there's a 62. Over here, there's a 62. Either one will work. If I start increasing the size, notice the text gets bigger. Or I can do it smaller. I'm going to make it, we'll just go to 75 for now. Once I have it where I like it, I can just go over to layers and click on the background layer. And now all of a sudden that box has gone away and the words pretest are there. This is great, but what if I want to move my text over a little? That's easy enough to do. Click so you're on the pretest layer. Look at how that one got darker versus that. I'm on the pretest layer. I then go over to the move command, move tool. Again, tools, it's up here, transform tools, has move. You can skin the cat multiple ways in GIMP. But I'm going to use this little move tool. Looks like a little cross. Couple tips about the move tool. Okay, see how what happens is it changes when I drag it over the text. And notice how there's a little finger and then it turns into a little cross. When it's with the little cross, I left click, holding it down, drag it where I want to, and release the left click. Now I've got the text more where I want it. I actually want to move it over. Well, remember, get rid of the finger. And let's drag it over there. Then if I click on background, all of a sudden, there's the drawing. Don't worry about these triangles for now. They're not going to show up in the final product. At this point, I'm going to save it again. File, save. And now what I've done is I've saved it as an XCF file, which is GIMP format. The beauty of the GIMP format is it saves these layers over here. I can turn them off and on. I can turn the text off and on. I can turn the background off and on. So that's important, but you don't want to send that file format to other people. One, because they might not have GIMP or understand how to use it. And two, because it's just simpler and the files are much smaller if you send them as either a PDF or a JPEG. I want you to use PDFs. How do we do that? File, export, or export as. Let's do export as, and a menu comes up. You'll notice the name's the same, but it's a PNG file. It's a default file on the Mac. Still going to desktop, that's great, but I don't want it in a PNG file. If I come down here, I go select file type by extension, and I scroll down until I see portable document format, PDF. Highlight that. Now it says PDF, and I hit export. I'm going to get another menu. I'm not going to have layers as pages. And you can just leave all those just as they are and hit export. Now if I go to File Explorer and I go to my desktop, you'll see there's pretest in GIMP format, and it's about 9 megabytes. And there's pretest in PDF format, and it's about 3 megabytes. I'm going to go ahead, save this, File, Save, and I'm going to close GIMP. I want to show you what happens if I open up the pretest file. The default format, I'm going to go ahead and open this with, you folks probably work in Chrome. I'm going to go ahead and open it in Chrome. You can also download the Adobe app and use the Adobe app for that, but here it is in Chrome. If you'll notice, it's one image. I can't really do anything, although I can highlight text. I can't move it. I can't really mess with it. It's just an image that people can use, and pretty much you could import this into a Word document. Anybody that has this can print it or do what they need to do. But now, if I click on the GIMP file, what will happen is GIMP will open up, and there's those layers again. So now I can still edit the text in the drawing. I can move the drawing. I can do anything I did before. Let's close that and show you the difference. Discard changes. I'm going to open up the pretest, but I'm going to right-click, open with GIMP. I can open PDF files in GIMP. It's going to open it up. And if you'll notice, import from PDF. Just hit import. I think it's set to 100 pixels. Don't worry about it. Notice there's no layers. I can't do anything with the text. So I can move the whole image. I can't get to that. I can't do any of that because it's a PDF file. I'm going to go ahead and close this. It says there are changes, discard changes. Okay, so that's how to bring a drawing, to scan a drawing directly into GIMP, how to title it, and how to modify it a little bit so you can get it, and how to send it off as a PDF format. I'm going to do a couple other quick videos showing you how to bring drawings in if you don't have a scanner, and we'll figure out how to do that in the next video. Thank you.